come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Mr. Perfect out there at Jay. Then it's Freak. Then it's the Kid. And it's Williams at the pivot spot manning the middle. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
Just 3 to shoot, right at the free throw line. Webster can't get the bucket. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Rebound, Minnesota.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
Very strong start to the career last year of Andrew Wiggins out of Kansas. Just 1 year with the Jayhawks. Came out strong early on, and Clarkie never slowed down.
Yeah, found his stride early and just kept strutting his stuff right to the tune of Rookie of the Year.
Now, here's Rubio. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Brooklyn. Here's Levine. Pass to Wiggins from deep three-point range. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And stolen by Wiggins. And they turn it over. Stepped in the line that time.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter.
Well, Wiggins won the Roy last year, and really deservedly so. He was the early favorite to win it, led all rookies in scoring, and wasn't really close. Put up almost 17. He shot the ball from the perimeter far better than most thought he would.
Count the bucket. Levine's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Webster, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Towns.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
There's the steal. Poked loose. And they're pushing it up. Here's Levine. Rebound by Williams.
You know, for Wiggins, he was also the rookie leader in minutes played. He quickly became the go-to player for the Wolves, and no other rookie carried as much offensive responsibility as did Wiggins.
Well, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Sam Mitchell. Doris, what's the news?
Kevin, he said they simply cannot afford to be loose with the basketball today because the steals will pile up if you don't play heads up at all times against a team that has such great hands and terrific defensive awareness. You guys know they'll turn that the other direction awfully quickly. Kevin?
And Doris, as always, thanks. And guys, do you agree with Coach's game plan here, given how tough the D is that they're going to go up against?
I really do. I think they're such a hard team to generate offense against. That has to be where they devote most of their attention.
Well, as long as it doesn't come at the expense of their own defense, fellas. I mean, they can't concentrate so intensely on offense, they forget to defend.
And a wide open look for Freak. The long distance 3 is buried. Freak's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The pass to Levine. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Launches a 3. Garrett with the bucket. Garrett's got 9.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Levine. He had 22 points in the win against Brooklyn.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Towns. Adrian Payne comes in for Kevin Love. And Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Levine. Now, here's Rubio. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Payne's shot is good.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Well, Andrew Wiggins showed that he's going to be a big-time player in this league, Clark, for a long time.
And we knew Wiggins could attack the basket and create his own shot, Kevin, but I think many, and I'm included in this, were surprised at how good his jumper looks this early in his career. I mean, it's pretty reliable right now. Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
Outside Williams. Here's the three. Offensive rebound.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And with Wiggins' game, he has a nice jumper for a player his age. As he grows in the league, he'll become more and more comfortable shooting from. He'll be nearly impossible to guard when he adds a consistent three-point shot.
And both free throws good for Wiggins.
And, you know, with Wiggins, it just isn't all about his ability to score. Showed a real knack for making the unselfish play, too. Understands how to work as a unit to create shots and gets to the right spot on the floor. His potential is unlimited.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Rubio against Jones. And it's Rubio penetrating. Jang, a screen. Rubio with it. To the paint. A second chance effort. The Timberwolves shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That one drops. He ties it up. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Williams. No good on the buzzer beater. A good close.
All right, target center coming out of the court now.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
Here's Levine. We've got Williams. Then it's Mr. Perfect. And it's Webster in at the 3. And he gets the bucket. Levine's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint. Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Levine. The feed to Jang. And he banks in the layup.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Garrett's shot is off. Minnesota in the lead. Levine passes to Love. Feeds to Levine. And it's off from three-point range.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
Wiggins outside. He dishes it to Jang. And it's Wiggins missing. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Passes to Hall. Takes a 3. Cannot hit. And Minnesota now the other way. Muhammad dishes to Levine. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Another miss by Minnesota.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Towns is checked in. Pass the ball. Dishes it to Freak. Here's Garrett. He's guarded by Love. And it's Freak missing.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Now here's Love. Tries from the block. It's rebounded by Garrett. Garrett's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Wiggins. Here's Levine. He's got 8. He kicks to Muhammad. And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover. And now with this break, here are the premier class cleaners among rookies over the course of the past month. And you look at Mr. Perfect, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. And of course, Freak, he's in that same group. Also a top rebounder, just so strong around the basket.
And they've each come into their own, I think, as rebounders during this stretch. I think they're getting used to the more physical nature of the NBA.
Yeah, wiping the glass clean and not leaving a spot or streak. Let me tell you something about these two. They do it with heart, plenty of it. And that's something you can't teach.
And Muhammad gets it to go.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter. Only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Count that 1, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Garrett. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Some changes for Minnesota. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Love. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Wiggins. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Levine. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Levine's got the lead up to 4 now for the Timberwolves.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks like the latter. I mean, those threes not really falling yet.
Here's Rubio. And a missed layup.
2 minutes.
Gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
For Minnesota, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Now here's Muhammad. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. The dish to Towns. He feeds it to Levine. Clock at 4. A three-pointer off the mark. 44% from the floor since we began the second quarter. The pass to Newman. Kicks it to Garrett. He dishes it to Freak. Nailed from three-point land. Freak's got 5 points in the quarter.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Garnett, the screen. The drive by Rubio. No one near him. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Muhammad grabs the board. Timberwolves trail. 50 seconds left in the first half. Now, here's Rubio. Defense right on him. From deep. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Minnesota. Payne comes in for Kevin Garnett. Right wing. Here's Garrett. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Atlanta.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Williams against Rubio. There's a screen. Pass to Muhammad. To halt the run. Misses the layup.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. The away team up 3. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Ricky, what is...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. It's turning out to be a close game at Target Center. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, their passing was impressive. They're in a good position to win this game, in large part because of those assists. And this is the thing. You win as a team in this league. You have to share the basketball to succeed. And if they carry that level of unselfishness in the second half, they're going to be tough to beat.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, how about that contribution they got from the bench? Nice. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. I would be surprised to see them dig a little deeper into that bench. Some games you just got to go with the lineups that are working and just improvise.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. We're seeing a tremendous game for Mr. Perfect.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Minnesota, Rubio and Levine teaming up in the backcourt. Towns is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. Here's Levine. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
It's a close game here in Minnesota. Freak kicks to Williams. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Hall. There's the bucket. Good. The kid's got his first basket of the night.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Here's Levine. 13 points in the game. Wiggins drives in. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over him.
Here's Hall. No good from outside. Timberwolves trail by 5. Wiggins gets nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
All right, Target Center, coming out of the court now.
The closers checked in for the kid.
All right, fans, that was your Timberwolves.
The visitors with the ball. Here's Freak.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on a show now.
And that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
And that was Tia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And the Timberwolves call time. Nice game. Great performance from Mr. Perfect.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
Timberwolves trail by 5. And Rubio kicks to Levine. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Here's the kid. And that's collected by Love.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there. You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180 for him in what he was used to at Minnesota.
And even though there were ups and downs for Love last season, you know that he must have enjoyed winning for a change. And being in the league so long without making the playoffs, he finally got a chance to play in the postseason.
Kevin Garnett is checked in for Minnesota.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Now, here's Rubio. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio.
Looking at some numbers for Pete, how his last 10 games have gone. First in free throw percentage. Second in rebounding. And don't forget, top 5 in the league in points per game. He's a premier offensive threat, night in and night out.
And it's nice when you've got a guy who doesn't miss much from the line. You just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been automatic this season.
Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Kevin Love. Now, here's Rubio. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Now the feed to Muhammad. Just 5 on the clock. Wiggins drives in. No good with the layup. Gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's the floater. Rubio with the rebound.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Minnesota on D after the miss from Kevin Garnett. Hall passes to Forbes. Drops in the tray. The Quicks got 6 here in this quarter.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams and their effectiveness from the three-point line.
It has been pronounced, no doubt about it. Definitely a big factor to this point in the game.
Garnett. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's the kid. There's the pick. Feeds to Clark. Passes it to Hall. This one for 3. Kevin Garnett grabs the miss. Timberwolves trail by 7. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
56 seconds left here in the third quarter. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Let's take this chance to look at the teams that have been the league's most efficient passers this past month.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they pass the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
Minnesota making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. Here's Wiggins, right through the D for the layup. Wiggins has got his third bucket of the night.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Now here's Williams. There's a screen. Pass to Clark. And count it. 2 points for the...